Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Humanitarian Horizons. Christina DiArcangelo unveiled. And today I'm so excited. First off, it's Friday. Thank God we made it to the end of the week. But today I have my SparkleSisters. Now, I did not stutter or sputter. No, these are my sisters. And I have Courtney, who you've seen on one of my podcasts before. And new to the horizon is Bonnie. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for joining me today because we had a team meeting last week. We meet every Friday and we talk about all the wonderful things we're doing at Sparkle Sisters. And to a lot of our viewers and listeners, I don't talk too much about Sparkle Sisters on my podcast because usually we're talking about like in-depth humanitarian things. However, what we're going to be talking about today is truly humanitarian when we get down to it. And you all will figure out why this fits into the Humanitarian Horizons podcast. Right, ladies?
Yep. Yeah.
Let's begin with Sparkle Sisters in general. And what is the Sparkle Sisters mission? And I don't want to talk too much because I could go on and on about these things. I would rather, and I'll jump in as I always do, but I would rather the ladies talk about their experiences joining the Sparkle Sisters team and what they've seen in the products, but also specifically, we're going to talk about the Sparkle Sisters membership. And that's the part that we'll get into the humanitarian side of things. But also, when we talk about the candles, that will also talk about humanitarian things. So, who wants to begin?
I will.
Okay.
You know, I first started the Sparkle Sisters membership. It's not just more of a subscription. It was feeling empowered by the two of y'all. I know that it gains access to exclusive products, live content, or it feels more like a community to help feel empowered and to grow. And I really love that about it.
That is great because that's, when I was building the platform, and this isn't just a merch company because there's lots of merchandise companies out there, right? And there's a lot of women-owned merch companies, right? I wanted to stand out in the sense that I understand what it's like to be a woman, obviously, a mother, an executive, and all these other things that people call you, right?
Mhm.
And what I found sometimes was that there were things that I wanted to discuss, and I didn't always have someone that I could speak to about it. And it was very isolating, especially let's think about this. Sparkle Sisters came out the gates right after COVID. So we were building this merch company during COVID while everything was messed up, right? And all the variants were coming out and people are still isolating. And so I thought to myself, would it be neat if we could create an online sisterhood where people show up just like this and we start talking about whatever is on our mind that day, whatever it may be, and we can support one another, which is what we did in our first meeting when Bonnie first joined us, right, Court? We were like just talking like we always do, like, and Bonnie was like, I get it now, I really get this.
It was personal, and it wasn't just like sell, blah, blah, blah. You're being personal with one another, and if you have something you need to talk about, you feel comfortable to be able to discuss that on our little Friday meetings.
That's absolutely right. And then the fact that we always have access to each other. So we would do this also for the membership for the rest of the team as they join in. We would have a group text. And so we already have a group text because you guys are ambassadors to Sparkle Sisters. So you have an elevated status within the company because you work at the company besides being a member, which is very important. And I'll tell you, it has been so wonderful working with you two ladies. And just like we spoke last time for 2 hours and we were talking about work stuff, but we were also talking about things that were bothering us or things we wanted to talk about because we were in a safe space. We have a safe space.
Can I jump in?
Yes,
I would love
please.
I love Sparkle Sisters and its mission because before I joined, I was all alone. Like, I didn't have any friends. I'm not close with my family. And when I came into Sparkle Sisters and you just welcomed me and you like love on me, and it's really changed my life. Like, really, in Sparkle Sisters, and you really inspire me to keep going every single day. And I'm sorry, but it's just
Oh, don't
really,
let me cry.
yeah, because before that, I was very, very, very depressed, and you just really changed my life, and I just appreciate that. I appreciate Sparkle Sisters so much.
Thank you. Thank you for, because you have done the same for me. Like, people look at me as, those that don't know who I am, and then people who figure out who I am, and then people who know who I am. They think that like I'm just this like whatever lady, right? This lady who could do anything and is always rising all the time. But I have a lot of feelings,
Mhm.
I really do. And I have a lot of things that make me upset as a person, and I don't always have people that I can talk to about these things, and like before we started shooting, I came on and I was telling you about the gentleman that we were helping through affinity patient advocacy yesterday.
Yeah.
And this guy, he had congestive heart failure. I'm familiar with that with my brother. And so there were a lot of elements to his passing. He did end up, as you guys know, he ended up passing, but it was very triggering for me because it made me think about my father, my brother, my grandfather, my uncle, and my mother. And it was all in one night. This happened. And I still have to raise my son, as a single mom. And I have to get up and get in the glam chair. That's why I look so pretty today, because I had a photo shoot, but I still have to keep going. And I was able to come right in and say, guys, I had a tough night last night. And Bonnie, when you were talking about the candle, about APA and how we work so hard to advocate for people last night, I was like, yeah, I was in the background. That's why I was only on your live for a little bit, because I had to go take care of business, with this gentleman. And I think that we're so lucky. Not everybody
Mhm.
gets this.
I feel very blessed.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's a community where there's someone that doesn't don't have family or have friends or just someone that they feel comfortable talking to. They might have family friends, but they're not comfortable talking to them about certain things. We can help them. We can, just lift people up. And that's what I love about this.
Hmm.
Me too.
And this membership is just amazing because I felt so lost, and you guys really have helped me find myself again and find my passions again. And you guys really accept me for me. Like, I'm a very sensitive person. I love to love on people, and most people don't like that. And you guys just let me be myself. And it's just amazing because I finally can be myself with some lovely ladies.
Oh, that's you.
That I wish I could hug you guys. We're not in the same location. We're all in different states. So we'll get to meet soon, I think, in person when we do our first pop-up shop in good old Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
Which I'm so excited about that. And, to kind of dovetail on what you just said, the membership and being a Sparkle Sisters helps you feel safe, heard, and valued. That's what I heard from you, what you just said to us.
And, also we're there for each other, but also, the membership itself, you get exclusive products. You have limited edition to lashes and beauty items and early access to launches and the VIP discounts. It's just a private community engagement with the two of y'all and myself, and just monthly empowerment sessions, live chats, which what we just discussed, and help empower each other, lift each other up, and just behind the scenes content, this business and branding insights for the women, and just looking to elevate our careers. And if that's something that really triggered me with that was, my kids, my youngest is about to leave for college in August, and my life has been nothing but being a single mom, a softball mom, and traveling all the time for softball, and that's about to end. So I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? And this shows up because of Courtney. She's like, I think you'd fit good with us. And it just gave me something to look forward to.
And it reminds you of power that you have as a woman.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
sure
Don't
does.
we feel better like when we come together? Like I was having a bad day last time before we got on last Friday. It was a cluster because I had a client that was acting out of pocket for one of my companies, as I told you guys. And it really beat me down, and like at, I'm at the top of the food chain and I'm getting beat up, right? Like you don't even work for my company. You're my client and you are acting erratically and talking to me in an abusive manner, like domestic violence abuse. Like that's what hit. And I came in with you guys and I was, and I just met Bonnie in person that day, so to speak. Right.
Yeah.
But we've been talking, but it's, and I was like, it's okay because Courtney knows her. Courtney trusts her. So I know I can trust Bonnie too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, CD. Tell them what's going on because I isolate a lot. I isolate, which, right. And I heard Courtney say that too, where she was kind of isolating herself from people because people are just so wacky. And, then you become depressed because then you're like, is there something wrong with me? And then like people calling us sensitive, we're all cancers. Okay. Everyone, we're all cancers. So yes, we have feelings. We get sensitive, right? We're very sympathetic and
Well,
and
Yes.
intuitive. So being
Yes.
intuitive girls like us, it's hard for us to be around people that are bad energies, right?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, there goes the shield, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, look at this wackadoo. I need to stay away from them. Like, stay away from me. Don't do it, like, because then they bring you down. And I felt so much better. And that was why I couldn't get the package out for Bonnie, her welcome package, because I couldn't get out fast enough. And, because I spent a lot of time with you guys, but it was also me being selfish because it helped me feel so much better.
yeah. And that's what we're there for.
That's right. And so we wanted to do just a little piece on the actual membership itself for everyone today. You can sign up on our website, which is www.sparklesisters.co. We all have TikTok and we have Instagram. You can find us there. But I would love for more people to sign up to be a member so that they can start joining us in these monthly meetings. We'll do, like quick survey about what time everybody's available, right? Because not everybody's available at this time of the day. We know that, right? So we might have to do something at night, whatever works for everybody. But you can also use a discount to sign up for the membership, which is Sparkle, all in caps, 10. So that'll give you a special promo code so that you can join the membership. We'll start having our monthly meetings. Courtney and Bonnie are already part of the team. So you'll see a lot more of them and you'll see a lot more of us together as Sisterhood. And I see the duck.
Yeah. It's so adorable. I love this thing.
I love this duck. I owe Courtney a duck. I found the duck after I had already sent Courtney her package, and she has lashes on because. And
so
to
cute.
everybody viewing, we all have our lashes on today.
Yes. Showstoppers.
That's what I have.
Hater.
You have the negotiators on, so everybody can see how practical. Now because I had the photo shoot, I'm really glammed. I'm usually not this glammed on my podcast today, but you can see how awesome you can get glammed up with your showstoppers, right? Yep. Or you could be every day working, like Bonnie's working. She has her showstoppers on. Courtney's working. She has the negotiators on. They're just so lovely.
And they're really well made. Like I'm a free makeup artist and I've had so many different eyelashes. I've tried so many different eyelashes. And when I opened up your eyelashes and I tried them on, I was really impressed.
Mm-hmm. And this was the first time I used these today. And all I had to do was go, poof,
yes.
I didn't have to work around it and stuff. I love it.
That's right. They were designed for these types of eyes. which luckily we all have. And you just pop them right on, and they're lightweight. You don't have to cut them. You can bend them. You know, I'm not a makeup artist like you gals are. So I'm kind of remediary, okay? And if I can do it, that's why I built them the way I did when we designed them, was for me to be able to do this, because I got tired of buying the lashes from the other brands. They don't last. You lose lashes, like pieces of lashes. How the hell does that happen? They come out. So I made sure that when we designed, or I worked with the company to design them, I made sure that they don't fall out, that they last for a long time, 25 to 30 times you can wear them. And that's why we designed the box we did, so that they don't fall out. And you can put them back on the little holder nicely and easily. They literally, I mean, Court, correct me if I'm wrong. Bonnie hasn't put them on yet, like put them back in her little holder yet, because she still just started wearing them, right? You just put them, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you take them off, you put them right on. They go real nice right on. And they have the sparkles. You can't really see it in here, but the beautiful sparkles. I just love this. And, you know, SparkleSisters is pink. Obviously, the brand is pink. And that comes from CD, you know, my brand, Christina DiArcangelo. And the reason why we have the duck is through the brand, not through sparkles, because I have a Jeep and I wanted the lashes on the duck because we have the lash line. And so that's why we developed the duck that we did with the cute little eyelash. And these are exclusive. So our members will be able to get the duck, but nobody else gets the duck. These aren't up for sale. This is one of those exclusive things that both Bonnie and Courtney mentioned earlier. These are the kind of things I do. And then, like, for example, the travel candle that you guys have seen me like talk about and show you guys. This is something else that is exclusive that we will give out at certain times to our members. And this I love. Oh my God. This is CD. So it's Christina DiArcangelo's candle. And oh my God, I love this.
They all smell so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh, when I first opened up my candle, I was on TikTok live and I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I get nervous on there. And I opened up the candle and I was just holding it. I didn't even have it lit yet. And I could smell it and it was like calming me down.
I could
Like,
smell it in my kitchen without being lit. And I noticed you were really calm. Like, as soon as you opened it up on your live, you were just like,
yeah,
Which
it
was
felt
one of
amazing.
the whole reasons why I designed them that way. You know, I formulated them, as you ladies know, because you're in the know, because, you know, you're part of the team. I formulated them from the terpene profiles of the cannabis plant. In cannabinoid research and development, we have learned, since I'm one of those people too, we have learned that the terpenes are the secret sauce. So I was meditating one night. I know it's gonna sound crazy. I was meditating and I was like, it kind of came down like frown down, like whoop. And I was like, is God talking to me? I'm not trying to sound like a weirdo, but like that's what I thought. And I wrote down terpenes to aromatherapy. So in other words, I took the terpene profile, which is the healing component. So limonene. Lemon is a terpene. Pinene. So your candles have pinene in them, but not pinene because I transferred over to aromatherapy. So pinene helps with mental health. So that was what I did when I developed the candles. And they had to be strong enough that if you could not light them, if you're in an office setting at work, you cannot light a candle at work. You'll burn the place down and you'll get in trouble, maybe fired. So
Yeah.
develop them so that you could sit it on your desk. And then I made the travel candles. So the teams in the other companies, the Affinity Biopartners team, the APA, Affinity Patient Advocacy team, the Spectral Analytics Precision Telemonitoring team, the brand team, Christina DiArcangelo, they have all these and they keep them in their briefcases or backpacks for bad days and they sniff them.
Sniff them. I love that.
So
And
we're like heading towards the end here. We've been over a little bit. My podcast production team will be like, "Yo, you were talking too much, CD." But this is the way we are.
yes,
Everybody needs to join us.
Yes.
yes,
Is there
this
any? Oh,
change
I'm
people.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm
I'm-
sorry, Court.
I just want to say this membership is going to change people's lives. I know it.
Yes, you gotta join the Sparkle Sisters.
Absolutely. And if you don't know how to join on the website, you can reach out to one of us through our Instagrams or TikToks, and we could help you, guide you through the way, but it's really simple. We have a special section on the website that talks about the membership and the importance of it, how to sign up, all those things. I'll know when and I'll let the ladies know as soon as we get a member that comes in and signs up. Because I get a notification immediately on the email. So I see it. And I think that, it's springtime. What a great way to go into spring. It's the time of anew, right? So why not join our team now? Because we're ready to go.
Yep, we are.
Yes, we are. Exciting.
So excited.
In the duck.
Don't do it too much because Courtney doesn't have hers yet.
I know, I really want mine.
I'm sorry. You'll get yours in a break. You'll get it.
It's so cute.
Thank you, ladies, for joining me today and to talk about Sparkle Sisters a little bit more. And we didn't talk about the products like we're salespeople. We really wanted to talk about the membership and what we do here at Sparkle Sisters and why it's important. Why is it an important company?
Yes, I love it here. Y'all make me smile.
Yes, I do notice I smile a lot more often. And every Friday after our meetings, I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm ready to go.
Yep. Yes, that is it. And then I'm like, woo, let's go.
I get really inspired.
Yeah, Christina is truly inspiring. I mean, you really got to look into her. I mean, I don't know how you do it. I don't. But you are so inspiring.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm so inspired by you ladies as well. And like Bonnie was teaching me something new this week about TikTok and music, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I don't know everything. So I learn things from you guys all the time. And I like that I can be me when I'm with you guys. You get to see the real CD, not the executive CD that's worrying about patient deaths because we're running a study, or we have a patient in hospice like with the nonprofit, or the tech side where we're having a tech glitch with something, right? I can be me, and I like to be me because this is who I am.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye.
See you inside Sparkle Sisters.
Talk to y'all soon.
Thank you.